Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Amazon Business, helping provide a smarter, easier way to get the supplies businesses need to thrive. Amazon Business, your partner for smart business buying.
I'm David Brancaccio in New York. General Motors has its annual shareholder meeting tomorrow. One item up for discussion, whether the automaker should take a stand on the use of metals mined from the floor of the sea. Tesla faces the same question at its shareholder meeting later this month. Under the Sea holds a lot of potential to extract metals needed for electric vehicles and the clean energy transition, but there are many unanswered environmental questions. Companies are under pressure from some shareholders to follow strict environmental, social, and governance principles, that is to say ESG. Marketplace's Daniel Ackerman reports.
Car makers are facing more and more scrutiny about where the metals they use are coming from. Gerard Barron, CEO of the metals company, says he has one solution.
Here we are with an alternative supply, 1,000 miles from the nearest living human, 4,000 meters below sea.
His firm is looking to collect millions of tons of cobalt and nickel ore from the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, far from any rainforests or drinking water, and then sell that metal to car companies. But this type of extraction has never been done at commercial scale. Andy Whitmore with the nonprofit Deep Sea Mining Campaign says it could permanently damage ocean habitat.
Deep sea mining is an industry that has a large number of potential risks. Some of those are reputational risks.
Reputational risks that some car makers don't want to take on. BMW, Volvo, and Volkswagen have all said they won't use ocean-mined metals. GM's board of directors says there's no need to take a stand because the company is not currently using those metals. I'm Daniel Ackerman for Marketplace.
Markets, S&P futures are up 0.1%. NASDAQ futures are up 0.5%. I see Dow futures are down less than 0.1%. And now moving from investment to sports, shares of the retailer GameStop are up 74% in pre-market trading now as people with stock trading apps hit buy orders after seeing their guru, a meme stock guy named Keith Gill, posting a picture of a screen that appears to show Gill holds a $116 million position in the stock. Another memer, the theater chain AMC, is up 27% in pre-market trading. This is driven by individual investors who think there's safety in numbers when making highly risky bets in the market.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Progressive Insurance. Progressive is currently looking for individuals in a variety of career fields who are interested in building a career and joining an inclusive and unique culture. More information, including application, at progressive.com/careers. And by UKG. UKG is a partner that delivers HR, pay, time, and culture solutions designed to help build a great workplace for everyone. UKG, our purpose is people.
Now to special coverage this week looking at cities adapting for the future of how we work and live. A catalyst for many of these changes was the pandemic and rise of remote work. But many were also long in the making. In Detroit, this includes the shift toward electrification we were just exploring, as well as automation in the car and truck industry. In Detroit, this shift has meant evolving to attract new workers with new skills. Marketplace's Nova Safo begins our series today with a visit to a gleaming example of that evolution. Detroit's once scary and abandoned train station, which has been brought back to life by the Ford Motor Company as a new center for tech innovation.
Outside the towering Michigan Central Station, landscapers are putting the finishing touches on a lush green campus, adding rows of trees. Their foreman is Drew Buell.
I've been told by the architects that Ford wanted something that looked like it'd been here, so it didn't look like a new landscape. That's why everything is kind of a bigger scale and planted close.
A bigger scale, that's a theme for this station, restored to its original 1910s Beaux Arts architectural grandeur, draped in limestone, adorned with marble floors, terrazzo walls, grand columns and arches, and detailed carvings. Its rebirth will be complete this Thursday with an official reopening party for the public.
This space was men's waiting room. So I mentioned that
Josh Seierfman is giving us a tour. He's CEO of a Ford subsidiary called Michigan Central. It will operate the station, turning it into what's hoped to be a high-tech mobility hub.
This space you're in, the Grand Hall, has to be one of the most glorious spaces literally anywhere in the country. You know, the building has so many stories.
Glorious now. From the 1980s until 5 years ago, the train station sat empty and deteriorating. Ford's subsidiary reportedly spent nearly $1 billion renovating it, hoping its history, beauty, and proximity to Detroit's big three automakers would entice high-tech startups to locate there.
The point of innovating, the point of breaking new ground, advancing new ideas never disappeared. And I think the point of all this being where you are now at Michigan Central is to create a world-leading center point of that.
Directly across from the renovated train station, there's a proof of concept. Detroit's old book depository building, also abandoned for decades, also restored. It reopened last year and houses an incubator of about 100 high-tech mobility startups, such as Espy. Its CEO is Ron Butler.
I'm a former Detroit firefighter, as well as a public school teacher.
Butler sits in an office surrounded by gadgets, tools, and prototypes.
It's intelligent thinking blankets.
Just not too intelligent, I hope.
Well, we do fold in some AI.
All right. Butler is showing a prototype blanket woven with glass fibers that can cover electric vehicles and detect failing batteries before they burst into flames.
There's no place like this. Anything we want to do, we build our own electronics boards here and test them. The specialty fire blanket was sewn downstairs.
That kind of synergy is crucial for so-called hard tech firms, which are focused on building physical things.
Our margins are always very slim. We're poor people, basically, trying to build things. And this place allows us to do that.
That's the big sell. There's more work to do. The campus is surrounded by a neighborhood still struggling to recover from decades of decline. The hope is that Michigan Central can be the anchor of a tech renaissance. In Detroit, I'm Nova Safo for Marketplace.
We also visit another Detroit landmark once considered a symbol of an era of renewal. That's the Renaissance Center, home to the headquarters of General Motors. But not for long. The company's announced it's moving to a new space. We'll take a look at lessons from that shift for Detroit and beyond tomorrow. In New York, I'm David Brancaccio. It's the Marketplace Morning Report. Here from APM, American Public Media.